So when we got together in person, one of our first things we had to do was talk about the big elephants in the room. And there were a lot of them. There were so many of them. And it just seemed like the problem got bigger and bigger and bigger. And as that was happening, the pit in my stomach was growing larger and larger and larger. And I thought, what can I do? What can I add to this process? I really had a lot of doubt about what that would look like. So Jen always keeps us on task by saying, we got to think about the art of the doable. What's doable? So I decided that I would get out of my own head, set aside the being overwhelmed, and focus on what I could do in my sphere of influence. So each one of us has a sphere of influence. In my particular case, I'm a community college professor. And so when we started talking about this pipeline, and it's a long pipeline, and there are leakage point after leakage point after leakage point. And I'm not a plumber. I am not a plumber. I am not a plumber. You should all be thankful I'm not a plumber. But I am a community college professor. So what could I do relative to that? And so I decided my job was to focus on how I could turn on the faucet and then look to other people and their expertise on how they could solve some of the issues further down the pipeline. So as a result, I created my own I can statements. I can be part of the solution. And I came up with 10 of them to start. And the first two, I think all of us can do. The first one is, I can listen. And the second one is, I can learn more about the problem and come to it with an open mind. And after I did that, I drove it down to, all right, now I need to act. So I created I can action statements within my sphere of influence. So that looks like, what can I do in the classroom? What can I do on my campus? What can I do in my community? And I share that with you because looking out on this audience, there are 500 ambassadors right in this room who can create their own I can statements. None of us is going to solve this problem by ourselves. But each one of us can move the needle. Each one of us can have an impact. So my goal, my hope for all of you is when you go home from this council meeting, that you create some of your own I can statements. And together, we will get through this. So thank you.